Hi guys, just wanted to let you know you don't have to watch the movie in order to listen to the show. There won't be any spoilers because they haven't seen the movie. All they've done is watch the trailer, which is all you have to do. Or don't, doesn't matter. You can still listen and laugh. Okay, that's all. Enjoy the show.
Are you listening?
Welcome to the Real and Real Pod. My name is David and I'm here with my co-host Marcy.
Hello, everyone.
And our special guest Heaven.
Hi.
Have you ever watched a movie and thought to yourself, hey, what if this happened in real life? That's what this show's about.
Yep, and then we come up with a few points pertaining to the question. So,
What's that question, Marcy?
the question is, what if every cop could see into the future based off the movie Don't Let Go?
Hey, Ashley. Ashley? Ashley? Ashley?
After a man's family appears to have been murdered, he gets a phone call from one of the dead and is unsure if she is a ghost or if he is going insane. Ooh.
So, starting with, I guess, do you want to see this movie?
Not really. It doesn't look like the greatest thing, but if I find myself bored, then yes. Yes.
So you would pay?
No, I would not.
Okay,
She said if I find myself bored. You don't get bored and walk into the theater.
No. If I'm bored and like my laptop's there, I'll see if I can find it.
You would have to remember it.
True.
That's true.
What was that movie with the cop and the guy?
It's like, what if all cops could see into the future? Nah, that's
Can't
not
think
it.
can't
know.
think of it.
Yeah.
What's on Netflix? And you, Marcy, do you want to see this?
No, it seems interesting in a sense. I want to know how certain things play out, but I'm not gonna go pay for it because I honestly did not remember that this was a movie that we were doing. So
Wow.
and I have the list, which
Burn.
tells you how much I don't remember this movie.
Man,
bad.
somebody in that movie is a big fan of the show. And they're just like, oh.
I'm sorry, person who listens to our show. Thank you for your listening, and if you continue to listen, you'll learn that this isn't really about your movie. It's just about concept. Anyway, David, do you want to see it?
Well, to the person who listens to the show, I love this movie. No, I don't. I don't care. It's interesting that Blumhouse is doing this because mostly they do horror films. So I was very surprised about that. I like David Oyelowo.
Wait,
He's awesome.
his name?
Yeah, David Oyelowo.
Oh, Yellow.
That's a lot.
I know. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Ooh,
What?
that was a tongue twister.
Yes.
Chuato.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Ejiofor.
Anyway, moving back to the movie. No, this doesn't look particularly great, but it doesn't look bad. It just looks like it's there and that it would have been made in the 90s or something. Like, it feels old anyway. But,
Maybe that's what they're trying to go for. Like everything nowadays, a lot of things are just going back to like,
90s.
yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
nostalgia.
Nostalgia. And I hate it. I hate it all with a passion.
As long as it doesn't like shove it in your face, like, hey, you remember this song? It came out in the 90s.
All of it shows it in
Oh.
your face.
It really does.
It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone saw Stranger Things and they're like, let's do that, but times 1,000.
Everything.
Yes.
All the movies.
Yes. Hate it, hate it, hate it. But moving on. So the question was, what if all cops could see into the future? Let's start with our guest first. What is your first point?
So like the future really isn't set in stone, right? Like you might think, hey, I'm gonna go to Burger King, but on your way to Burger King, you change your mind and you go to Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
You go to
okay.
Chick-fil-A, right? Spice it up. So like you can't keep the future
Wow.
like permanently.
Wow.
The
Hey,
reason this is funny, if you guys leave the conversation prior, Burger King or McDonald's, that's her life.
yeah.
And she
I'm
Completely
balling on a
ignored.
budget. Balling on a
Chick-fil-A and
budget,
Zach,
man.
please.
balling on a budget and looks like a model, but eats Burger King and you know what? Start pole dancing, guys. That's what.
Yep.
That we've
That's how
solved the
you stay in
case.
shape.
We solved the case.
Pole dancing and swimming, guys.
Yes,
That's all you gotta
that's
do.
all you gotta do.
All you got.
You should. That's so simple. If everyone did that,
I
there
know.
you go.
They'd all be super in shape and you can eat whatever you want. Living
Perfect.
life.
Don't think that's how that works, but okay.
You know, that's what I tell myself to make me feel better.
Well, it's.
She also goes to the gym.
I do.
Oh, you go to the
Yeah.
yeah, I lead
see.
an active life.
Well, back to your point. So, yes.
Yeah, so the future's not set in stone. So if a cop is like, yo, I see into the future and like you're about to rob this bank, maybe you get nervous and you don't rob the bank anymore, but the cop's still gonna go for you. So that's the issue right there.
I didn't do
right
it.
there.
I didn't do it, officer.
Yeah, but he's gonna be like in court. He's gonna be like, "Ma'am, I see the future, and I knew I had a premonition that this person was gonna
Raven?
rob
I
this
had a
bank."
Okay, Raven Simone. Is that
Well,
what this
Raven always
is?
messed up.
I had a premonition.
Mm.
So you're saying there'd be a lot of unlawful arrest.
Yeah, I mean, as per usual, but worse.
Have you seen Minority Report? That's basically what this is.
yeah.
Is
That's
that
what
the
it
thing
is.
on Netflix? No, that's
No.
When They See Us. Never mind.
Ooh,
Wow.
I've heard about that.
Wow. Wow. You know what Minority Report is, right?
Yes.
You mixed up Minority Report, a fictional story about police starring Tom Cruise, where they see the future using like future tech stuff, with a real life story about black men who were accused of a crime.
Wrongfully imprisoned. For
What an
shame.
interesting thing to mix up with. That is amazing. That's like me saying, I just went to see Beauty and the Beast. Oh, the one with Neo where he eats that pill and he, like his eyes open and there's Morpheus. He bends back with bullets. Like, I don't think that's the same movie.
It's not even the same.
I'm pretty sure that's Beauty and the Beast. He's the beauty and the beast of the internet. Like, that's basically what you just gave me.
Oh my gosh.
But good job. Good job. Same movie.
You
Yes.
tried.
You tried. Good job.
I get the funky star.
Yes. Like literally, I gave you a star and I ripped it off. Oh no! Like, here's the half you received.
Oh,
Only half.
Yes.
Not even worthy of a full star, man. You messed up.
I
But
don't
yes,
even get the full funky star.
yes. But continue with your point. Yes, you and it's the same movie as When They See Us. But okay, but yes, your reality is sucks. That's horrible. That's real garbage.
Yeah, God is.
Because I didn't do anything, but you're gonna
Yeah.
claim I did something. But what if they have like beef with someone? And they were like, "I saw the future. You're gonna do this."
Exactly. That's the issue too. Like, where's the checks and balances? If only cops can see the future, they can just do whatever they want.
Like now.
Yeah, but worse. It doesn't get any
I like how we're
better.
just like, so you mean today?
Yeah.
Like what's happening now?
It's like, I saw in the future you had drugs in you. No, what?
What?
No,
You put
no.
that there.
These- what?
But they got your
There
fingerprints
your
on
hand,
it
got your
now.
fingerprints on it. Exactly. That is funny.
Oh, okay. So I have a point that like supports and negates that.
It supports and negates.
Well, both of my points. They support. One supports, one negates.
Okay.
Which one are we starting with?
The negate.
Okay.
So that if all cops could see into the future, there'd be a lot less crime because they'd go and like intimidate them. Like, you better not rob that bank because I had a chill week this week and I don't want to go through
I'm
any
not in
more
the
mess.
mood.
Do cops say I'm not in the mood?
I don't know.
I thought they gotta fill out orders, man. It's like, hurry up, rob the bank. I know you're gonna do it. I got status.
I gotta wrap this up.
I gotta wrap
Gotta
this
go
up,
home.
man.
But like, so then you could do that, and then like it's like, all right, so they're gonna rob the bank. I don't remember the day, but we just gonna stake out
don't
here.
remember the day?
No, you just see them like robbing the bank, and you see like things like it was a cloudy day. It started to rain.
What if they live in Seattle? How's that gonna work?
Oh, true.
It was a cloudy
So in
day.
Seattle,
Every day's a
so
cloudy
in
day.
Seattle,
Where do I
it's a
do?
sunny day. The trash just.
Oh,
got
you're gonna
picked
know
up.
when they rob that bank. It's a sunny day. Oh my gosh, yeah. The Cullens aren't out. Oh, you're gonna know.
The Cullens? Wow.
Somebody's gonna get that joke.
I get it. Twilight.
There we look at
Sparkling in the sunlight.
exactly.
I get that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're gonna know what day it was. Whose point are we on?
Yours.
Okay,
Right?
Moving on.
No,
finish? You
we
didn't
finish my point.
Oh, yeah, what was
there's
your-
less crime because everybody would know, and so like they would just be like, you know what, it ain't worth it going to jail because I know I'm gonna go to jail for like this amount of time. The only other thing that's good about that though, I mean, other than like the less crime, there'd be a lot less shootings because the cops would be like, listen, like a lot less deaths from shootings. Because
That was
it
very hard
wasn't
to
coming
say.
at everything was like a lot of shootings. And I was like, no, that's not it. But
Articulate.
yes, I have to articulate all of my words.
No, I'm saying you're very articulate.
I tried to be.
You're succeeding
Yay.
in a world where everyone else talks badly.
That is
Yes.
true.
Congratulations.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Ooh, spicy.
Ooh, fancy.
In your
What
world,
did you say? Milkshake?
milkshake.
I have no idea how to say milkshake in French.
You just said it. Oui, oui. Yes. I would love a milkshake.
Wait, in your world, so like the cops don't know the specific day that something's gonna happen. They just know like the So what if it happens like years in advance?
No.
Or is this like the movie
No.
Next? Have you seen Next?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It just shows like the next thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it shows the next thing that's gonna happen. So it's like next.
But what if that's years in advance?
Have you seen Next?
Maybe it's
yes,
a
I
low
have.
crime
That's what Nick
town.
Cage.
Yes, Nicolas Cage. You were saying yes.
So
crime.
there'd be a lot less shootings because they know. Okay, listen, I ain't going into this thing with like not fully dressed and like, but it's a simple. What's a simple crime?
Tax evasion.
It's a simple tax evasion. Right.
Wait. So do cops like do all the petty crimes too, or is it mainly focused for major crimes?
All.
Like all. That's a lot.
Not all, because you have detectives. Well, I guess they're cops
Yeah.
as well.
So like,
But do you mean like 9 to 5, like the regular beat cops?
yeah, like the ones that patrol everywhere, or is it like
Yeah.
yeah?
So where they're patrolling, they see the future for that area.
But don't
Yeah.
they switch up their?
No, they don't.
No.
because
No, not really.
Specifically, I saw somebody hurt. Well, not hurt. They were like stranded on the side of the road, and I pulled off, and I told the cop, I was like, "Hey, there's someone stranded on the road. I think they need help. They look foreign." He's like, "Oh, that's not my jurisdiction."
Yeah.
I'm like, "But you're a cop."
Yeah.
Don't you go everywhere?
Yeah, don't you go everywhere? Isn't it your job?
I mean, they do go everywhere, but when it comes to like them just like being in an area and like you see them like chilling at like a Publix or like a off the side of the road,
Yeah.
they have specific areas where they are always at.
It's
It's just when they need backup, that's when they're like, all right, so we're pulling cops from other areas. Hello.
for no reason.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So what's your first point?
My first points. Cops would no longer have guns.
How does that work?
Here's how it works.
'Cause
You
I'm
see the
confused.
future. What do you need a gun for? You see all the stuff coming already, and you just walk up to them, maybe do a little judo chop, I don't know, or handcuff them, and be like, "I gotcha, done," and then going about your business. What do you need a gun for? Oh, and we'll have less violence. So basically, when they walk up on someone, they won't need a gun in their holster. Just like, "Oh, I see you have a gun in your glove compartment. Don't pull it out."
What if people take advantage of that? Since like they're basically defenseless beside a taser and pepper spray.
Have you
But
ever been
how-
tased?
Yeah, it hurts. It
How
hurts.
do they take advantage of that if they've seen the future?
Well, the future can change. It's
They
not set
can,
in
but they'll
stone.
always see it though.
So they see multiple futures.
So they have
They see
multiverse
all
happening
basically-
right now.
futures.
This future is what it is until they themselves alter it, because it is what it is until it gets altered.
Yeah.
They see it, so then they change it when they do something different.
That would be terrible because what if they see themselves dying and like no matter what they did to try and change it, they
Ooh,
kept dying.
that'd be a
like,
good
that
movie
just
You
premise.
just, but you're gonna die a different way probably. Like, oh, I saw myself dying when I walk across the street. I won't walk across that street, but then you die doing something else.
Yeah.
No, what if like that? Like, what if like next Tuesday at 3:00 is your time to die, and so it tells you like what you're doing to lead up to it. So you plan to do everything that's not that,
Okay,
and you still end up dying.
how do you end up dying?
Future's unavoidable.
No, that's dealing with something else. That means death unavoidable. This is just the future, and you can see the future.
So
And
do you
something
just, like,
has to
stay in
kill
your
you.
house?
No, something has to kill you. If you see the future that, if we're saying that they see the next moment, like in Next, he
Yes.
kept seeing it. So he kept doing it until the possible thing that he wanted to happen happened. So he kept repeating it. So in your mind, when the future changes because of you, you would see the next thing that's going to happen and you just keep not doing that thing that's going to kill you. Like, oh, when I walked down this alley, I got shot. I won't walk down that alley. Oh, when I walk across the street, I got hit by a bus. I won't walk across that street. You
I
just
feel
keep-
like it has to catch up to you at one point.
old age or a heart attack.
Sure. Why
Can't
not?
stop those.
Yeah.
That was in a Superman movie.
Can't stop, won't
His
stop.
dad had a heart attack, and they're like, you could save the world, but you can't save your dad from a heart attack. That's why he should go to school and become a
Cardiologist.
doctor. Yep, there you go.
That's a lot of school.
I feel like he should learn fast.
He's kind of immortal though.
Yeah, true.
He has time. Yeah. Then reverse time and go back and save your father.
Right.
Simple as that.
Wait, he can reverse
Ooh.
time?
He's done it in a movie,
Oh.
and I think also in comics. Superman's done everything.
Okay.
Shh, I'm recording the thing. Okay, shh, I gotta record this thing. Hey guys, so I know what you're thinking. I love the show, but how can I convey how much I adore it? That's easy. Just head over to patreon.com/realandrealpod. That's ReelInRealPod. You can donate $1 to show your support. You'll get some cool stuff in return. It's a thank you from us. You even get a shout out on the show. But what if you don't have an extra dollar? And what if you don't love us enough to steal from your great grandma while she's sleeping? Well, you can go to iTunes and give us a rating. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, or just tell all of your neighbors, friends, enemies, and that one weird guy down the street about the show. We appreciate any support. If you're a company that wants us to advertise your product, you can contact us at realandrealpod@gmail.com. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the show. Moving on to your second points.
Ooh, okay. My second point, I feel like we kind of went over it.
Oh, what is it?
What is it?
Oh no, so I have a third one because I came prepared.
Okay. What was the original second point?
The original second point is just like the implications of like looking at how cops are now and then how they can use that to their advantage, like how they can look into the future and say, oh, they were going to do this, so I did this instead to combat that. And Like basically
okay.
what we discussed earlier. And that goes into my third point, which means
Second, third, yes, I have most of them, yes.
I feel like there needs to be a system of checks and balances to kind of combat that. Because if cops are the only people that can see into the future, they can make any type of future they want. And how are we checking them if
So
we don't
wouldn't
know
you
the
just
future?
have more cops? Like, wouldn't everybody just try to
But
strive
cops
to be
are
a cop?
corrupt. So like how like there's good cops and there's bad cops. So when the bad cops just like link up and be like, yo, I saw this, but in reality it was a lie. Can you back me up? And they'll be like, yeah, I can back you up. And then
But when a good cop say, no, I saw this.
No, the good cop can say like, "Yo, I see in my future, and I see in the future that all these bad cops gonna get together and like cause us issues." Attack.
Attack? They're not packs of dogs.
Charge.
Like,
I didn't know another
What?
word to say. I was just,
how about call a judge or call the sheriff or
DA or
FBI or
somebody,
whoever?
something like
not
that.
like attack. Like, what do they all run with their guns and like, ah! What are you envisioning?
just like
in this
Naruto runs in.
Yes, Naruto runs and attack. Okay, yeah, great.
So like that kind of sounds like you guys are leaning more towards a utopia type look with
Say
these
that.
cops say like looking into the future and always being able to check each other so like nothing can go wrong. That's
say
what I'm
that.
hearing.
Because
Mhm.
let's say
Yes.
there's so many cops, doesn't mean all of the good cops or bad cops are in the same area. What if all the bad cops were like,
Yeah.
we're struggling here, let's all move to like Ohio and just terrorize,
Ohio.
and terrorize that.
Terrorize
Yes,
Ohio.
terrorize Ohio.
it's just corn.
Corn drug trade, I don't know, but corn on the black market is some dangerous stuff. But yeah, they could do that, and then no one's checking and balancing them and stuff
Exactly.
because it's just bad guys in one area.
Yeah.
Or Las Vegas, apparently sin happens there. So
Sin City.
Sin City, there you go.
It is Sin City.
There's also Gotham City.
Is that also in Vegas?
No,
Isn't it supposed to be like in New York and like San Francisco? Like
I think that's in Chicago. I think Gotham City's in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh. Say it again.
Chicago.
Ah, yes.
Chicago.
Okay, Chicago. What's your point?
My
Is it funky? Does it stink the way you look? Ugh,
You look-
bad smell.
Mhm.
it's not great. It's more dirty cop.
Okay, doing dirty cops.
Or
Or more.
everybody becomes a cop.
Ah.
I thought about that. That was a point that I had. Everyone becomes a cop.
Everyone
Yeah, 'cause
can
if
see the
everybody
future.
becomes a cop, then everybody can see the future.
But then that kind of counteracts everything because if everyone can
can see
do
the
everything,
future, then would be great.
Then
How would we be great?
how?
Because that would be an endless cycle
Yeah.
of changing the current until someone gets tired. Oh, I saw him robbing the bank. Oh, I saw me rob the bank, so I'm going to do this instead.
Yeah.
I saw you rob the bank.
It's
so
a
I'm gonna-
constant
It's a
cycle.
constant cycle. And then one person's going to be like, you know what? You win. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Rob the bank. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Well, you
I'm
know
gonna
what?
take a
I ain't
walk.
robbing it.
You know
I ain't
what?
robbing it.
I already
Just
took
go
the
ahead,
money.
start an
Whatever.
account.
I
I'm living
living my
my
life.
account.
I took the money out my account. Here, take this. You get on my nerves.
I robbed myself.
Yes.
God.
Yeah. So there you go. That'd be
Oh
an
my
endless
gosh.
cycle. But I did have it where to become a cop would be harder. Because since everyone gets that power once they become a cop, you want to make it a little bit more stringent than just whatever they do. What do they do? Like
I
a
don't
physical
know.
Police
You go
test,
like a
academy
boot
thing.
camp.
yeah, academy
Yeah.
stuff. You have other things like
Tests.
thread a needle,
Thread and needles
Something.
to see the future.
play that cup game where you got to get the ball in the cup. Complicated little tasks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, stuff like that.
How does that make them qualified to see the future?
Just weeds out more people. Just random stuff.
Nah,
Say
You
the
end
alphabet
up with
backwards.
what-
They always want you to do that.
Oh, yeah.
ZYX.
Yeah,
That's-
but
that's
like you got to go straight. That's how you become a cop.
ZYXWVTU.
You failed.
I
Anyway,
did.
you would go to jail. Anyway,
WVUTSRP.
A is somewhere in there.
It's at the end.
It's somewhere in there.
you got it. I know the end. That's what I was saying. CBA.
CBA.
ZYX. ZBA.
Exactly. Dash CBA.
Yeah.
There we go. My last points. Cops would be have the longest marriages, or be the best cheaters.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Because with the
Why the longest
marriages,
marriage?
That's facts.
longest marriage, because marriage is what breaks them up is usually like anger, getting in fights, having differences and stuff like that.
Right.
You see the fight coming. You see what the reason for the fight is. You're like, oh, she got mad because I did
Oh wait,
this,
this
or he got mad
applies
because
to
I
just
did.
regular life too. It's not just like cop life.
So I can only see the future when I put on my shirt.
Yeah.
My cop shirt.
When you have your badge
So
on.
I would wear that all the time. I would never take it off. I would walk around with that on. Because
You'd get
why
the-
would I not
Nah,
want to see the
it'd be
future?
the badge. You just get like the badge, like
It's just-
permanently
Yes, like,
implanted
implanted
on
like
your side.
like a brand in my arm. There's no way I would take that off.
Oh.
Why would you? That's like me
Oh my
saying,
gosh.
That's so tiring though. Like live in the
Imagine
present.
somebody like taking that,
Is
like
it?
like coming
I
for
can
you.
fly, but only when I cross my fingers. Well, that's too tiring. Like, don't like just
have a
do it. Do it.
I mean, yeah, it hurts.
Do it all the time. Why would you not want
Just
power?
get your fingers.
Oh, that'd be so
sewn
annoying.
Together.
Just be like, oh, you know what? Fingers crossed. Loop.
Yes.
Mm.
It's like I'm about to get the job. Oh, but that'd be fun to watch.
That would be
And it'll fill you
hilarious.
with
It would.
joy. It was like, oh, I'm going for an interview. Hope I get the job. Ooh. You know,
What
I
if you're
feel
like
lighter
that
now.
stressed and like what? Not stressed, but you're like, ooh, I really hope I get this job. And it's like, all right, I got you. Fingers crossed. Fingers. Why am I floating?
Where am I going? There's a roof. What do I
And
do?
then you go too high, too fast, so you can't uncross them. You have to like get yourself back.
What if it
down.
went the opposite, like something bad happened to you if you saw the future? Like you can look into the future, but every time you do, you get bad diarrhea. So would you want to,
You gotta
Ooh.
choose wisely.
Indigestion. Oh.
or specifically to women, let's say you never had either cramps or a period ever,
Bet.
but you could see into the future, but then you would have cramps and period.
I am living in the present all day, every day. That's what's happening.
I already have to deal with that now.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter to me.
I am living right here, right now, man.
It's like life is fine the way it
Yeah.
is.
I'm not gonna worry about things. That's for me to worry about in the future.
There you
I'm here
go.
right now.
So you have a cool power, but it causes you pain.
Yeah. Ooh.
There you go.
Imagine if that was your power and like you just threw up every time you used it. That'd be a problem.
Yes, like you got,
Your
like you
teeth
could
would
see.
be
and just-
ruined if you
Why would your
didn't.
teeth be ruined?
Because the acid.
If you were, yeah, the acid. Like if you, that's why bulimics, they end up with messed up teeth.
That's why what?
Bulimics.
Bulimics. I heard someone's name, and I was like, "That's the most ghetto name I heard." I thought you said Sibalimic. I'm like,
bulimic.
okay, what
Hey,
did she do?
bulimic.
Hey, yeah, like,
What's
Ah,
that, girl?
yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. You tell me about your life. But yes, so good, so they could see the future and see that they. So yes, it works all the time. And they can see the future and see when problems might happen, and then they avoid them or get flowers or whatever they need to do. You're like, oh, my husband got mad because there was no food on the table or something, or he was mad because I told him I would change like all the light bulbs in the house and I didn't. And like,
What mundane task are you doing?
he's mad because I spent all the money on.
Mary Kay.
Are people still getting that?
Yep.
Yep.
Can we get something more
surprisingly.
popular?
It's-
Sephora.
I saw a
Ooh.
whole booth yesterday.
Yeah, at the
At
ice cream festival, there's a booth of Mary
you
was a
Kay.
were
whole booth
at an
of-
ice cream festival yesterday,
Yeah.
and you did not tell me about this.
It
and
was a
did
bum.
not invite.
So it was a letdown.
It was. Everything
There
was
was no
very
ice cream.
expensive.
The one place that had
There was
ice
no ice cream.
The one place that had ice cream.
It was $7.
It was $7 for a waffle cone, and I saw people walking around with them waffle cones, fresh guy, and it was like very not full.
Yeah.
Anyway, so whether people go see this movie or not, what movie do you suggest they go see in their free time?
I'd suggest The Little Prince on Netflix. Very good. Based off of the novel, that's very bad. But the movie's
So for once, someone's like,
phenomenal.
the movie's better.
Yeah, the movie is better, but the movie's phenomenal, and it has beautiful like colors and everything, and a very deep meaning to it that I love.
What is your movie suggestion?
Freedom Riders. I don't know. We're just gonna go with it.
That was right off the top of the head. That was
I
not.
couldn't remember another one on my
Who's
list.
in that movie? Is that the white lady that teaches them how to write?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like those movies.
Yeah, it's another white.
I don't
savior.
like any movie where another ethnicity comes into an area
And
and,
saves
then
them.
saves
Another
them
ethnicity.
and changes their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
That's got.
It only took another color.
Mm-hmm. If you're gonna do any like black-based films, I'd say the one about the debate team.
The
I forgot.
Debaters.
Yes, the debate. The
The one about
debaters.
the debate team.
The debaters.
Remember
Have you seen
seeing
That
movie
was
with
a good
this girl?
movie.
She was in a spelling bee. Her name was Akilah. What was that?
Akilah and the Bee.
Oh, that one.
Really?
Oh yeah, or that movie. I don't know. You can do those.
My movie is Something Borrowed. I don't fully really remember this movie, but I remember liking it. Plus, I think John Krasinski's in it, and I like him.
John Krasinski.
Yes, he's from
Who's
The
that?
Office.
The
He's married to
guy.
Emily Blunt.
Yes.
In the movie, in the show, he's married to Pam.
Oh,
After
Jim.
flirting with her for
Yeah, Jim.
many years,
Quiet Place.
even though she
Yes.
was engaged
Him.
or married.
Engaged to be married, never got married.
Ah, gotcha. So yeah, those are our movie suggestions. Go check them out. Moving on, I want to first say thank you to Heaven for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Where can we find you?
On Instagram at heaven.lex. That's about it.
Marcy, where can we find you?
Instagram at Marcy_11.9 and Twitter at Marcy_119.
Twitter.
I didn't have to say it this time. I was literally about to say that, and she took my
Said
place.
Twitter.
Twitter.
Where can we find you, David?
You can find me at a Clark Kent type on Twitter. Shout out to the mustache. Thank you to our patrons for donating to the show. We really appreciate it. You keep the show going. And thank you to all our listeners. Please spread the show, guys. Tell everyone, from our mouth holes to your ear holes. Tell everybody. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
She went to the bathroom. She couldn't hold it. It's diarrhea. Anyway,
The explosive type.
yeah, the explosive type. Okay, bye.